Hello again. So today's chosen piece of furniture is this beautiful mahogany chest of drawers. Now when you see the experts on Antiques Roadshow, they talk about the furniture, the first place they go is round the back. But we're not going to do that. I'm not actually an expert, so I'm going to start at the front. We're going to work our way to the back, and when we get round there, I've got a little bit of a reveal for you. Might be a bit more interesting. So what we've got here is a beautiful Georgian style chest of drawers. Now the Georgians weren't famed for their great amount of decoration, but what they were famed for with their furniture is well made, handcrafted, beautifully proportioned pieces of furniture. Very, very pretty without any fancy bits. So we'll start off, we'll whip the drawer out and we'll start having a look at how they've constructed the drawer. Now I think that might be the original linings. It's highly likely, the colour's about right and the condition seems about fair. It's a possibility. There we show the way that the drawer is put together. It's the dovetail joints. Now you can see that this is handmade dovetails because you can see each dovetail is slightly different. So it's done by hand, not by a machine, but also you can see the size of those dovetails. Now they're a little bit bigger than I'd expect in the Georgian period, so already we're getting some little hints that this chest of drawers might be a little bit later than it seems. I also want to show you how the Georgians put together a chest of drawers. Now this is put together a little bit more like a bookshelf than a chest of drawers. The Georgians, they built basically a set of shelves and then they slid the drawers into it. Now later on in the Victorian period, you get drawers with runners. So a runner drawer, it's got a great big groove going all the way down there and a piece of wood going all the way along there that the runner slides backwards and forwards along. Now the downside of runners on chest of drawers is that over time the runners start to wear and you get tilt. The drawer starts to slide off the back of the runner. And if you've got Victorian chest of drawers at home, you might notice that the drawers start to face skyward, not facing forward. And you'll never get that in the Georgian period because they're built on this shelf. So let's slide that back in so you can see exactly what I was talking about there. So what I've been talking about there is how flat the front of the chest of drawers is. And that'll always be like that because, as I say, we talked about those shelves. Now the next bit to have a look at on the front here is the bracket feet. There we go. Now absolutely typical of the Georgian period is to have furniture on bracket feet like this, but this is a little bit nicer bracket because you've got some curves coming around there and a nice curve there. So again, we've got another hint that this might be an ever so slightly later chest of drawers, not what it first seems. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have a quick scoot around the back. So I'm going to ask my lovely assistant, Debbie McGee, to shoot around to the back, which you might like this, but not a lot. There we go, and that's magic. Enough Paul Daniels references now. So what we can see from behind, and remember we talked about this the other day, we talked about the corner cupboards and how the back of the corner cupboards had vertical planking on, which is typical of the Georgian period. And what we can see here is some horizontal planking. So the back of the chest is horizontal, not vertical. So we can be fairly confident that this isn't Georgian. So what we've got here, and I'll draw an analogy to Metallica's first album. So Metallica's first album was released in 1983 on cassette and vinyl. Now you can still go out and buy that album, and you can buy it on CD now, right? But it's a slightly different format, but it's the same album. And that's what we're talking about here. So you've got the style of the Georgian period, but the construction with those slightly larger dovetails and the horizontal planking is from the William IV period. Now he's the guy who follows directly on after all the Georgians are finished, and he comes in 1830, he goes till 1837 when Victoria gets her go, but he's only around for 7 years, but so this is from his period. So what you've got here is an absolutely beautiful mahogany William IV chest of drawers, and it's currently priced at $225, and I'm going to put a sticker over that, sale price $195. Let's encourage us and let's see if we can find this a new home. Thank you very much.